Yeah, she's slick and windy. I can feel what I did yesterday. Today, I climbed that other 180,000 bushel bend 5 times yesterday, plus climbed the grain leg. It's gonna be a long day. Pretty up here, really pretty. Really cold too. This winter just won't give up. It's misting now. Roads are slick and we're hauling corn. So yesterday was the first day moving corn out and I was loading Eric. He's now got the camera and the remote, so he's loading himself here. There is like a 5 to 10 second delay from what's actually happening to what he sees on his iPad. So we're gonna see how that goes. Big Swede's trucking. He doesn't normally do much trucking here, but we want to get 2 trucks going because we got a fair amount that we have to deliver. And so we got Steve and Eric driving this week anyways. So Dad's in Hawaii.
We're not in Minnesota anymore.
Not in Minnesota, no more.
He normally handles the Bend site, but I'm managing down here now, so getting my taste of what can all go wrong. And I've experienced a fair amount of it. Looks like a load to me. What I got going here is Bend 24. I'm trying to get under 15%. The tops of any bend after they've sat for, well, quite a while actually, they pick up moisture. Why? I don't know, they do. Snow blows in there a little bit and it just creates moisture up there. So I've got the top off this one, but yet my grades are coming back at 15.3 to 15.4, so we're getting docked. The new bend there, we've got to get some off of that. We haven't hauled enough out of there, and I found some spoils up there on the peak that need to be addressed. We hauled out of this one a month ago. It was pretty dry corn, so I'm gonna climb up there, check the top to make sure I don't suck nothing down where it will plug and cause the battle we had with the bucket in that one. So, nice windy, icy, misty climb to the top. Here we go. Yeah, she's slick and windy. I can feel what I did yesterday. Today, I climbed that other 180,000 bushel bend 5 times yesterday, plus climbed the grain leg. It's gonna be a long day. Pretty up here, really pretty. Really cold too. Oh, that hurt. Oh, I can't see a thing in here. Can't see a thing. And the wind won't, it's blowing my door shut. As you can see, there's some froze on the wall here. Dang it! Alright, I guess we're going flashlight mode. So, just for clarification, yes, I am in a grain bin, and I know a lot of you guys don't like that. I don't like going in them either, but it's a part of it because if you plug your sump, you're screwed. You can't do nothing. Now, this bin is off. It is safe. Looking around here, we got great quality. That's some corn cobs that were stuck to the wall right there. But everything checks out in here. It's safe to start it. And I can get out now. Time for our long, brisk walk down. So my theory here is obviously the top's probably going to be wet corn or wetter corn. But once we get that top off, I'm hoping we can blend it with Bend 26, the new 200,000 bushel that's pushing that. Obviously 15.3, 15.4 is kind of where it's been. So mix the over-dried grain with the under-dried grain. You get good sample, no dock, no harm, no foul. So Let's do some pulling of levers and make sure stuff runs. Winter. Oh good, it's good and clean. So these get pulled off with the truck brakes. Everything's just so slippery down here that this one got pulled off the other day, and some snow and drifting conditions went down in there. And I emptied the overhead from soybeans, put them in that pit, fired it up, jammed that auger so tight I had a small heart attack on how to clean that out, but it's got a VFD on it so you can speed up that auger and slow it down, and it was turned down pretty low. So I gave her full onions and it didn't plug, or it came unplugged. So I dumped those back in the bean bin. Now verify that's clean. Then I can start that auger. It goes through this pit, into that drag conveyor, to the leg, to the bend, and then I'll show you what we got going on over here. It's pretty cool. So this is the new Brock 60 by 77, I think, is the dimensions. And we put a side draw on. Instead of using and wearing out our unload, we got a side draw that gravities into this conveyor. That is slick. I really like that. And then you don't have FM grade issues because it's pulling off the whole bend rather than just the center, where you can get the FM coming out and get docked that way. So that's pretty sweet. I'm liking that a lot. I would highly recommend doing that. And then it not only it gives you 3 options of unloading the bend, because we've got the truck side load on the south side, the conveyor side load, and then obviously the center sump. So if something 1 to 2 of the unloads got clogged, you still can unload that bend. All right, we're done with you. We're gonna close this, empty this auger out, and then we're gonna open up over here. There's a lot down here that you gotta know and remember. Dad does good at it. I'm just learning. Now in theory, we're gonna turn that off right now. We go to here, bend unload sequence, bend unload 24. That's gonna fire up. I got the leg running. Drag conveyor, bend unload. Run that for maybe 30 seconds. The auger will be cleaned out. And then we can start on bend 25. All right, you're off. Why are you saying you're on? There we go. Now we're gonna hit bend unload 25. That's the bend I was just up and checked. Gate is open. We're gonna hit that. We're gonna go out and visually verify. Pit drag's on. That's now turned on, which is the pit auger. Grain is flowing. Looking good. Everything's turning. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's working. Now I've got everything loaded up. Everything's running. How I've got the bend set. There's the amperage. You can go up to 52. We never at that level. It starts backlegging well before it's 52 amps on the motor. These are reading the motor amps. 28 to 31 for downspouts, otherwise it will backleg, besides to the wet bend because that's a bigger spout. So I was running about 30 yesterday and I was having no trouble. So I can open that gate up more, which allows more grain in, pulls harder. That's like gauges in a vehicle. You watch them, know what's all going on down here. So if anything ever starts plugging and your amps are over, you know why and where it's coming from. That's very handy. All right, I've got it. Got a good idea. Everything's working. I'm gonna hit this switch, and this is the control that drag auger to the new bend. It's not wired into the computer yet. I came down here and I had to call the electrician because Dad wasn't here. He's in Hawaii, like I said. Gotta see it. And I'm like, how do you turn that bend on? And he's like, oh, we forgot about that, didn't we? And I'm like, yeah, apparently. And he's like, yeah, I think it's this switch here. And that turns on that drag conveyor from that bend. So now I had that set yesterday at the right rate, and now I will adjust that other gate to get my amperages to the right blending. All right, I've been sitting down here and watched, make sure that the fill switch on the overhead turns off, which it did, and now the trucks are here, so I get to start it all up again. Once I get it started, I know and verified that everything's working as it should, then I can go to the shop and maybe get something done. So right here is what a grain ticket looks like. So there's the test weight of the corn, so that's really good. Moisture 15.2, no damage. 97,460 is what he weighed going in. Legal load's 97.5, so he's got that dialed in pretty good. Well, if the roads get too bad, not gonna make anyone do anything stupid. They're saying that the roads are getting more glossy.
Oh, it's way too late for that.
Let's see if he spills this time. Oh, a little jumpy there. That's why my tarps always get drug off. They're brake stands. Too far. So the overhead bin is 4,000 bushel bin. Obviously we're hauling 1,160 roughly bushels per load. So we can only get 3 loads out, and they left the same time this morning, so they're back to back.
My favorite part about these roads is when you try to turn and the truck goes straight.
That's a good indication that you're over driving conditions.
You think so?
Like I said, don't do anything stupid.
Gotta keep up with Super Trucker Steve.
Super Trucker Steve is what he just said, not Stupid Trucker Steve. So as I was saying there, I have to refill it every single time that they come through here, otherwise they're gonna not have enough corn in the overhead. Need a bigger overhead. Brody, you are here. You wanna show off what you've been doing?
Yeah, don't show her off.
Look at this. This is gonna be like a new tractor. He has gone above and beyond. So we put in new, I don't know, what would you call it? Surround around everything?
Upholstery?
Upholstery.
I don't know.
He's cleaned up all the plastic. You got the seat ripped out.
Yeah.
He super scrubbed that with the, what does he call it?
That vacuum.
Eric has a carpet cleaner. It's gonna be nicer than any of them.
Nah,
No?
not the ride.
Now are you disabling the seat swivel function?
Do you just take this off or what?
Yeah, I would think so. So fun fact, we have disabled all of our seat swivel lockers. So it's so annoying when you're in there and you want to turn and the seat won't turn. Otherwise, we're moving right along on this thing. Eric was working on hydraulic oil change. It's all drained, now we gotta fill it. So I suppose I'll work on that, but I don't want to get undressed because I know I got to go back down there. All right, put the plugs in, starting the filling process. We got 45 quarts in there. It holds, I think, like a lot. It's going to be pumping for quite a while. Looks like 60 gallons. So it's full now. Got a runner for 5 minutes, and it's going to pump the oil throughout the machine, out to the axles, through the tranny, I believe. Gonna get smoky in here. I'll let Brody deal with that, finish that up. I hear trucks are here. I heard them talking. I think they're gonna be shutting down, or Eric says he's not doing another trip. It's just too slick and not worth risking a crash and wrecking stuff and hurting people. So I know for sure Eric's quitting, and I'm guessing Steve's gonna also. Perfect. We are 14.8 moisture now, so that bin is definitely drier corn. I can feel confident now about that. You scared?
I'm just gonna be safe.
Yeah, Steve, I asked him if he's quitting. He's like, yeah.
You slid past the driveway, I guess. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
14.7. Perfect. Well, I guess we're done down here for the day. We're all filled up, ready for tomorrow. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe tomorrow won't be any better for road conditions. We'll see. Problem is it was misting and raining this morning. That's what, on the Ben handrail, there's a 1/4 inch of ice on it. So you can imagine what the roads are like. Well, new day, new beginnings. They're they're back out trucking. It thawed off a little bit. Here he comes in the driveway. Actually, I think what happened is it started drifting yesterday afternoon, late afternoon. I think it ate that ice up and also got moisture on it, and then the salt from the snow trucks has got them back out on the road. So another day of trucking. It's time for me to start a new video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.